Run, Wally, run.
Thank you for joining me, my dear.
Of course, I wasn't being much help back there.
It's like a senior
You know, having powers isn't exactly
like a caretaker's man.
I attacked my friends, my best friends.
Here. Oh, it's so good to see you. I missed you so much.
Did you?
Of course. I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just us?
What the fuck is he doing?
No.
Oh no! He's gonna.
A war is coming, Captain Hunter.
I went back in time and changed the timeline, and
I
now
feel bad for Diggle.
things here are different than before I left,
So do I.
including some of your lives. Dig?
Me? What happened?
Oh no.
Hey,
You're an ass.
apparently you had a daughter. I had a daughter, Barry?
Baby John was baby Sarah.
So you get this straight, you just erased a daughter from my life?
Yeah.
You just decided that it was okay for you to create your own?
You should have told me before.
Guys?
If you need me, I'll be there.
Guys, this is crazy.
Thank you all.
Everyone is going, including Barry. I'm not going without him.
Then you'll be here, Oliver.
Fuck. Fucking Cisco.
Team divided.
Fuck Cisco.
I've never wanted a character to die so much until today.
I can see him. Oh, I have x-ray vision.
Oh, you can see everyone's bits with those little...
I ignore him. Well, what are you going to shout if you need my help?
Skirt.
Skirt!
Seriously.
What the fuck?
Why are his eyes like white?
Because he's fused and stuff.
Gotcha.
The president! Get me out of here!
Wait.
This doesn't feel right. I agree, Jefferson.
Too easy.
Oh, they're all gonna be mind wiped, yeah. Mind control.
Whoa.
This is an article from the future. It's a story about me vanishing.
Julie.
Used to be written by Iris West.
Right.
Barry, this is a weird-looking newspaper article. It doesn't mean anything. You need to stop beating yourself up over this. Do you honestly know anyone that if they were in your shoes wouldn't do the exact same thing? I would do the exact same thing.
Thank you.
Slade Wilson drove a sword right through my mother's heart in front of my sister and I. I was there. I was helpless on the ground.
You never told me that.
Yes, he did.
You're not in Central City.
Yeah.
I live in a city where my best friend was murdered, where a woman that I loved was shot full of arrows and sent tumbling off of a rooftop, where my mother was murdered right in front of me. So before you...
My mother was murdered in front of me, too.
You're not a god, Barry.
Sabotarians.
Hey guys, wherever
I have
you
to
are
say
right
it.
now, we need you.
Nice.
We talk about this.
Guess not.
Oh, shit.
That's what.
I really want to see how they're going to take down Supergirl. Oh, shit.
Maybe Wally wants to turn around and take the arrow, maybe? I don't know.
Ah, lightning bolt. Nice. Wow.
Shit, what's that?
Wow.
What is going on?
Stay behind while everyone
Like
wants
the
to go save
conserved
the president,
father.
but now everyone...
Nice. Tag him on the back.
He just licked them.
Wally?
You better be careful, Wally. You gotta
Good
get
flash.
Wow.
Bingo!
Yahtzee!
You go first. You go first. It's your office.
There's a weird signal coming.
If they can't shut it down, maybe she can.
Nice. They're gonna race.
Let's finally see who's faster.
Nice!
Nice.
Wow!
We gotta get Oliver in the gym. He's running a little slow.
Wow, it's just that hit. Nice. Wow! Supergirl's faster.
The thing is, he's
Holy shit!
very agile.
Too slow.
What is he doing?
It's bringing the house down. Yeah.
But he knows Supergirl is invincible.
I think maybe that's the point.
Right. Bring it
Go fast enough.
Bring down the home, yeah.
Oh no!
23 arrows.
Ah, right through. Nice. Nice job.
Smart, very smart. Nice.
Barry,
Right? Intense!
I'm so sorry.
You're not the first superhero to be mind controlled.
Just ask Hawkeye. Up here, I got the Tokyo Comic Cons this weekend.
don't ever do that again. Sorry, not sorry.
Nah.
Does he not have the healing abilities like
Let's
Barry?
get you checked out.
He got hit by
And
Superman.
then we can talk.
They don't see your potential.
Yeah.
I do. One of my many gifts. You want to train?
Nice.
I'll train you.
Nice.
So was it like being all mind controlled and stuff?
I didn't realize you had a mind to be controlled.
Oh! They abducted her. Hey! They took the arrow group. Yeah. Oliver.
Not fast enough.
Nice. Okay. Whew.
No commentary. Really?
That was awesome. I can't wait to watch the next one.
Okay, so there you have it. That was the latest episode of The Flash and part 2 of the crossover. Callie has to go.
I have to go.
So what do you want to say about it?
That was awesome. I wish this was like on Netflix or streaming because I want to like watch the next one.
Over and over
Yeah.
again.
Well, the next one comes out tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh.
That's when Arrow comes out. Yeah. I just have to say, that was awesome.
It was. Indeed.
Yeah.
Cool. So now that the woman is gone,
Yeah.
boy talk now. So what did we think about?
I loved it.
It was good.
I loved
really
it.
good.
Just like we mentioned earlier, I love that contrast of having Supergirl kind of be like a building, somewhat slow burn.
Right.
And then this one just mind blown.
Yeah, it was
Seriously.
Yeah.
It was
No, I
probably
agree.
the best
That's a
episode
good
they've
point.
had with a large group of the characters together.
That is a good point. Like they did this one much better than last year when I wasn't really big on that Vandal Savage, the building blocks of Legends of Tomorrow, all that stuff. It was okay, but it was also kind of, you didn't really get like a good chemistry. And I thought what I thought was kind of funny here is when I was kind of watching them fight each other, I'm like, wow, they straight took a page from Civil War, and in some form or fashion, like they turned generally the old school group against the new school group, and you had heroes fighting heroes essentially, which is something that has obviously been the trend 2016. So
that, and in most comic books, when heroes meet each other for the first time,
Right,
they tend
fight,
to be, against each other, and it's like, oh wait, we're here for the same reason. Let's team up and work together, and then you get through it.
So mind control, I mean, that was fine to see that.
Yeah, mind control was one. The Dominators, they're like that in general, but I like that they use that to explain how all the heroes are fighting each other, and it's not a training
Now,
session.
you probably would know this, but you kept on mentioning like the Dominators are from the comics. Weren't they also in Injustice, or was that Young Justice? There was a group,
a form like them, yes.
That was Cadmus. That was mind controlling.
It was mind controlling people, yeah.
But I remember it was like some fucking Green Martians or something that were.
Yeah, different. Because the Green Martians, so they're using telepathy.
Not John Jones.
Yeah, I know. But the Martians within that universe, they're using telepathy. Right. A little different.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't the okay.
Same but different.
Okay, so I don't know this Dominator group then.
No. Yeah. The Dominators are basically just exactly how their name is. They're basically an alien race that goes and takes over. Think of them as like the very lesser group of Darkseid's parademons.
Got it. Okay. And then the thing with the president,
his ass got straight backward.
That was it, right? Yep. I thought there was something more because I couldn't really. No. It's kind of weird because I've noticed this, especially with Savitar before, when we have to have the volume turned pretty low so the camera doesn't pick it up. So when we get that kind of bass mumbling time, it's like sometimes it's a little incoherent, especially when people are talking. So like I just saw like the alien said something like he's not what you think, or
he's not what you think, he's not what you're looking for.
Right.
And then he evaporates him. So either that's a shapeshifter.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Or he's like, there's someone of more importance out there that we're after, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, I didn't fully like. I felt like maybe we're gonna get
something
more.
Was missing.
Yeah, there was like a plot point that's gonna be picked up later, maybe in tomorrow's episode of Arrow.
I'm hoping because the way this, what if Supergirl's episode was kind of slow build. This one's full of action. Arrow's is a slow build, and then
Legends of Tomorrow is going to be action. I think that's exactly what's going to go down because this is just based on like. Do you want to know kind of the summary of what?
I kind of do, as long as there's no spoilers.
Okay, as far as I know, because this is the thing I like about watching. I like and hate about Emergency Awesome is because the fact that when you're watching them, you'll get Easter eggs. Like I like seeing the Easter egg stuff, but at the same time, he also blurts out certain shooting stuff.
Yeah,
like
and then it ruins
the plot, right? Yeah. So
that I don't like.
From what I've heard, the next episode is going to be very similar to Perchance to Dream, the Batman episode. Remember where Batman was controlled by maybe the Mad Hatter? I think it was the Mad Hatter, and he had this dream of like where he had the perfect dream, the perfect life as Bruce Wayne.
Almost like Barry having the perfect life.
Right. Yeah,
not necessarily changing the timeline, but that kind of
that really good episode, and then he fights Batman on the clock tower.
Right.
There's going to be something very similar to that. As far as once I heard it, I was like, oh fuck no, that's too much, and I clicked off. But it's going to be something like that, where it's going to be maybe everything Oliver Queen always wanted, like that, like for the man that has everything type of issue.
So kind of like
that's
Oliver
why they kidnapped, right?
Because he's on the ship,
right?
And basically they're. Got it.
Right. So I heard something like that. It's like
from the trailer,
half the episode is going to be like
him inside that pod being held, and it's going
dedicated,
through what he's thinking and feeling.
So it might turn out really well because I mean, the man who has everything was a great episode. I highly recommend that if you watch.
You should watch it. It's
that animated. It's from Justice League. It's one of the. I teared up so much when Kal-El was like. He's like, heaven forgive me, but you're not real. Like talking to his speaking. So, anyways, that's where Arrow's going. But speaking of which, we got to get into this one because it was really fucking frustrating. But it was
not
actually
Cisco.
Oh, of course, Cisco. Okay, what I will say is Cisco's being a bitch, and especially like, and I was thinking about this last night, even after watching. Supergirl. Cisco's acting like that kind of chick that you are still with, or a wife that was cheated on and shit, and she says she'll forgive you, but she'll keep bringing that shit up over and over and over again. And like, bitch, just let's get divorced like that. And I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, yo, the fucking Cisco, why don't you just leave then? Like, we can do without you. We got Caitlyn, you know. We have kind of a Harrison Wells.
Right.
We can get another, and on top of that, now that I think about it, wasn't there a smart motherfucker as well, like who used to be like the guy with the hearing problem or something like that?
Yeah.
Or was he erased from the timeline again after Flashpoint? Right? Because didn't he like come around and he's like, hey, thanks guys, if you need my help again, just holler, like that.
Yeah, but that was in the other time.
Okay, so it was the previous timeline. So
he may not be erased, he may still be there, but he may not be a villain.
So my big deal with Cisco is just like...
He's BMCing too much. For
Dude,
those who
like,
don't know what that means, he's bitch, moaning, and complaining.
It's like, it's a little too much, and I know they needed to hone that in for this particular episode, and that's why I'm saying I don't mind it too much, only because of its payoff. If it was just, I'm Cisco, I'm going to keep on bitching this entire time, and then it finally wraps up. Like I said, my theory is that one day Cisco's going to see multiple Earths and be like, oh shit, my brother's like dead in almost every one, right? Because even in the show, they keep on hinting at like, oh, maybe. Even Oliver was like
even Oliver's
maybe.
Like, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Right.
You don't know that you caused that. And I really like the way.
But that's what's also fucking pissing me off about Cisco, is as smart as he is, how come he doesn't think that through?
Because his emotions are getting in his own way.
Logistical.
And it's frustrating because he's a likable character. He is just not right now. This timeline, he's like that nagging, that itch you can't scratch in a bad way. It's like, dude, seriously, just grow a pair, get over it, or move on.
Right, exactly. Like, if anything, if it were me in my situation and I couldn't function with that person, then I'd just fucking leave. Like,
because he's right now, I feel he's just bringing the team down.
Right.
When he does that, and honestly, the last thing you want to do is have someone going into battle thinking emotionally, because they're not going to think properly. They just lucked out by being mind controlled.
Okay, and then here's the thing: was the big opening with Cisco. That shit pissed me off. I swear to God, I thought I swear to God, I thought at one point Cisco was just gonna put the remote in the air and play it on loudspeaker,
so everyone
like
can hear.
Yeah, I'm like, you fucking bitch. And then on top of that, didn't it? Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Like I was gonna say, Cisco revealed Caitlyn's secret. On top of that.
Yeah.
Like
that's another thing. Well, here's the thing. It's like, Supergirl knew
about what?
Everybody. By the time she got there, she knew everything. And you're supposed to take into account that Barry has told her during the time that they went from Earth 38 to here.
What about
the crew, who everybody is? And that's fine,
but not Flashpoint, yeah.
But not Flashpoint. But Cisco talking about Caitlyn's power and things, it's okay because you figure, well, she knows. Not too many, actually. The Legends didn't know that.
Right. Well, on top of that, I was kind of surprised that
he let her see.
I was kind of surprised that Oliver Queen was so open about his secret identity with Heatwave. And because they've tangled before.
Yeah, they have,
like,
but he's with the Legends now.
I guess.
Because he's with Sarah, so he trusts Sarah, so he's like...
I guess, like that. And that, like even for both of us, when Iris didn't know, we were like, oh shit, that's right, Iris doesn't know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
right.
I completely forgot about that until you mentioned, oh, that's right.
Right.
But, I mean...
Whatever, it's minor things, but here's the thing where the whole Cisco bitching thing okay, and...
It gets old.
No, but the other thing was kind of annoying, was like, okay, dude, Martin Stein and the, what is his name? Black kid? Jax. They fucking leave the control, like that secret information right out there. Like,
yeah, that was what we...
How Cisco knew to look for it.
Foreshadow.
Yeah, or just, it was a easy way to move along the plot. But, getting back to what I keep on trying to say is, I thought that still was pretty good for them to bring in Flashpoint on a grander scale.
Yeah.
Barry's responsibilities and shit. But it also really annoyed me because while it was really heartbreaking to see Diggle go through something like that, everybody else is a fucking hypocrite on that goddamn show. Like you mentioned, nobody in that fucking Legends of Tomorrow team can say shit because of every episode I've seen in Legends of Tomorrow, each one of them has done some sort of bullshit to fuck with the time stream.
Specifically, Sarah.
She complained. Right. And I was like, wait, weren't you the one that
Damien Dark
2 or 3? Yeah, exactly. 2 or 3 times she lets her And that's what was kind of cool to see Oliver actually stand up for Barry, because Oliver's one of the biggest dudes that will make decisions that affect everybody else, and he's just like, fuck it, I don't care, like, sometimes you gotta do it. And I feel so bad for Barry.
Yeah. Because he can't get past what has happened no matter how hard he tries. Right. I understand that, but it's like constantly being pounded into him.
And he, unlike Sarah Lance, he didn't know the repercussions of Flashpoint, of changing things.
Well, to a point, because he was warned in season 1, don't change anything. And he did kind of sort of go back and change a couple. And then come back.
Fair enough, okay.
So, I will say, yes, it's Barry's fault for being selfish and using his powers in that way. But I also understand why Barry did that, just like Oliver said. No one on that team would not have done that. Right. Because
here's the other thing that really annoys me about the Legends with that is the fact that Oliver, in grief, if he had a chance, he would have done it at that point in time. While he was in grief. Barry was grieving over his father. Anybody would have done that at that point in time. Yeah. Fucking the Legends of Tomorrow, they sit around and they see an opportunity. Ooh, here's an opportunity. Let me go take it, like that. Come on, Sarah. Come on.
That's one of the things that I'm a little irritated with the TV shows as far as the time stream, because it's like, okay, Supergirl, she's on a completely different Earth universe. Fine. I don't like it, but whatever. It works. Yeah. But dealing with Flash and Legends, and they're constantly dealing with time, Barry's gone back and he's changed time altogether. The Legends are constantly changing and tweaking time as they go along. How is that not affecting anyone's timeline at all, including Barry's? That I don't understand. If there's something I'm missing, please let me know, because it doesn't make sense. Right. And it's Barry's, he's on this timeline and they're over here. That doesn't work for me, because that's nitpicking.
Every time I watch Legends of Tomorrow, I'm just like, well, what does Flashpoint have to do with this? Or they're changing things way before Barry was even a molecule, even before Barry's great-great-great-grandparents were molecules and shit. Like, come on now, like.
And don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching Legends of Tomorrow. I enjoy the show and what they do, no problem. But if we're talking about the time stream, how is it that they're not affecting each other?
Yeah, fucking hypocrites all. These dudes are all annoying.
So it's like, so Steel turns into Steel and stops a locomotive. That happened in history. And then there are some small things that changed. Right. That didn't have a ripple effect anywhere. The butterfly effect, nowhere.
Well, they give because it's a time show, they give it a pass.
So why don't they do that with Barry?
Yeah, because they need a plot to go with it. But I like it.
Part of me likes it, but I just hope they get past it. Right. Sooner than later.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if we get 2 or 3 more episodes of Cisco bitching like this, it's gonna be like, nah, man.
It's like he's the new irritating Wills. It's one of those, like,
if they're not,
you know what? Okay. Dead horse.
Got it. If they're not careful about it, they're gonna end up turning Cisco into season 3, 4. No, season 3, 4. Felicity, basically, where Felicity just gets so annoying. Like, every time she's on screen, you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up. To the point where
you stop watching.
Not just that.
That was a big point.
But not just that. It's my deal was to the point now. Even now, I don't really like Felicity anymore. I can't forget what has happened, and it's like it kind of annoys me, because I probably would have liked her a lot more in this episode if I didn't have to sit through season 3 and 4 of this kind of that Felicity character. So.
I don't mind her. I think if the writing is good and they set the scene right, she does really well and she carries the part.
True.
No problem.
And so that's what I was also hoping for, Felicity as Barry's friend to come in and slap the shit out of Cisco. Because Felicity was one of the first people. Right. Felicity was one of the first people to find out about Flash. She was the first person to find out about Flashpoint, and I just somewhere along the lines I wanted her to be like, okay, you know what, Cisco? I went to other Earths or something, or I found data on this shit. Look, guess what? Dante had cancer or some shit like that. You know, like.
My issue is like she couldn't continue that conversation with Cisco because
we needed
what happened.
Right. We needed the explosion.
The bomb. She redirected the bomb and tens of thousands instead of hundreds of thousands of people. She didn't have a choice, but she had to make that hard choice.
That's a fair amount.
Of course, point. Cisco would be like, you killed thousands of Dantes, thousands of brothers and sisters, kind of thing. She knows that. Because that's the path Cisco's on right now. It's like everybody is to blame, but more Barry than anyone else. I will say the one thing that he said that I agree upon is like, let's just keep on with the long string of secrets from each other. They shouldn't do that. They should stop that trope. Understandable. But him constantly saying Barry's fault for everything is worrying then.
Okay, I mean, my deal is I'm so Team Oliver on this shit now. Like he's this.
He made the most sense.
He made the most sense. He's like, look, we can't have people fucking bitching, and we can't have John, especially John Diggle, going into battle with the wrong fucking.
Really bad.
Yeah, because like that would totally throw his whole fucking game plan off. Like, it's a good thing they weren't actually fighting the actual Dominators in that episode. They all would have died anyways, because none of their heads were on straight. So like, Cisco, fuck Cisco.
But it's definitely time for Wally to get his costume and train with them so he could be, say him, Steel, what's her name? Vixen, basically the B team can train together and be like the backup just in case something happens. Because some of those characters aren't there.
Right, because I did like where Wally was. I like what they're doing with Wally. Is the fact that I like how he actually kind of came in there. And he got his ass whooped in one punch by Supergirl. I wish they showed it a little bit more. Like, I wanted to see like his fucking jaw break or something. Like something and more. It just looked like like he just got pushed or something like that. I wanted to actually see, like, all I saw was kind of a blur hit him, and I'm like,
She basically flew by him and bitch slapped him.
Right. But it is what it is. But I liked seeing Wally this style, and I hope we actually do get a really nice alternative season 1 version of Harrison Wells training Wally. That would be cool because we don't get that so much anymore with the Flash. So it would be good. It would be kind of cool to give Harrison Wells something to do, and
other than twirling drumsticks all day.
Yeah.
Do you think they are slowly moving towards making Wally the fastest man alive?
I was wondering about that because of the fact that he's faster. Why is he so much faster?
Well,
younger?
It's not that he's so much faster. He's adapted his powers faster. So that was like the way they explained it was real murky. They were like, they didn't say he's faster, but they said that he's adapting his powers faster than Barry.
Right. When he started. Right. He's not faster than Barry, but he's adapting to his powers. He's not faster than Barry yet. Correct.
So I mean, it'd be interesting. If they did that, would he stay, or would they end up putting him on Earth 2 with his girlfriend, Jessie?
My thing is, okay, Barry, Wally seems to be he's not getting faster than Barry, but he is adapting faster than Barry ever has. But my ideal thing is that he's going to be, my thing is with Wally is that it seems like he's going to be able to accelerate faster or so, but not be able to control himself as much like that.
Like an impulse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's always been kind of the deal. Was like Barry knew how to. Like Barry was basically the Kobe Bryant of the game. Like he was older. He knew how to use his speed a certain, like he had techniques and he knew how to outmaneuver things a little bit better, where Impulse or even Kid Flash or whatever just went straight through and just was like like that. So
because he was more fearless, he's like, let's just do it.
Right.
He's hot-headed.
But yeah, right.
And I like that he's like that because it shows a completely different dynamic
True.
between the two characters.
True. And it is starting to remind me a lot more of Young Justice nowadays. Like,
Right?
it's kind of cool. Like when Wally fucking slapped them all on the backside of their heads. But then I was like, oh my god, he's standing there for too long. Something's gonna happen. I thought he was gonna get an arrow to the back or some shit like that. That's what I thought. Like I almost thought that he was gonna die. Like somebody was.
Really?
Yeah, I totally thought like Willa.
I thought he'd get hit but not die.
I thought some like Willa or Heatwave was going to Willa. What's her name? What does she call? She calls herself Speedy, not Arsenal now.
Yeah, well, she's not Arsenal.
I thought
she's always been Speedy.
I thought she donned the role of Arsenal though after Roy left.
That's Roy. Roy is
so
Arsenal. They call her Speedy.
So after she took his costume, she just called herself Speedy.
Yeah,
after
she's pretty much always been Speedy.
Retarded.
Well, it is, but that's actually his nickname.
Okay, I know, I get it, but it's still like
it's nice that they do that, given it's not.
Yeah, but okay. Anyways, I thought it was gonna be Speedy or Heatwave or somebody with like a fucking arrow through the eye, or even Sarah, like with
hey. Yeah.
Fuck, that'd have been. Maybe that's too Game of Thrones-ish for me. So
not really. That's what happened on the other Earth, or the other timeline.
When they went to the future, right?
Yeah, when he was when Barry was in the Flashpoint, and Wally got stabbed by the rival.
That does remind me that you asked about why isn't Guardian part of the deal, but that's because Supergirl didn't even think about. Well, Supergirl doesn't know who he is. On top of that. So,
yeah.
Right. That was mainly the main thing.
Martian Manhunter.
I thought about that, but even
not necessarily bringing Superman and Martian Manhunter, but like, why wouldn't you bring Martian Manhunter?
Because
the opposite.
No idea
need someone there.
Right, but not that. Yeah, you can't take the entire crew and leave that Earth unprotected. On top of the other thing of she's at, she asked, "What are we up against?" She probably thought she could pretty much handle it all on her own, like that.
Which, the way they played it, had she not been mind controlled, it's not too far of a stretch.
And that was kind of interesting because I was wondering if they were going to go that far in terms of
crippling her.
No. Arrow and Flash were going to be able to take down everybody else fairly easily.
Yeah.
And I was kind of wanting to see that happen. Was just the three of them: Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl.
Versus everybody else.
No, sorry. Arrow and Flash versus Supergirl. I would have loved to have seen that sort of deal, to see what Oliver Queen's training on Wally, Barry, if it had paid off for both of them to kind of basically take down Supergirl. I thought that would have been we've mentioned this months ago, I would have loved to have just seen Supergirl versus everyone, but then it becomes a little too much like a Superman type story.
Right. And that's what happened when they were training.
Right.
True. It's like the upside and the downside. She's pretty much invincible. There's nothing that anyone in that team can do to harm her. With power-wise, the only character that could do something or have a better chance would be Firestorm.
Right.
And that's because he can, manipulate molecules and all that kind of stuff. Barry can get hits and stuff, but really, she matches him in speed.
One hit and he's out. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's a matter of
avoiding that
hits.
And from a writing standpoint, it's a matter of avoiding that situation on top of that.
So having all of them trained by going up against her, I thought was a really good way of bringing her character in, not overdoing it, and still giving the other characters a chance to basically go all out.
That's true.
Her being mind controlled with the rest of the team was an even better way to have them work together and against each other at the same time.
That's
especially since Barry and Wally are the two that are always up against the worst odds within the series. With
Barry and Wally.
On our Earth. So Earth 38, where Supergirl's from, I don't mean her. Take her out of this equation.
Okay, so
as
Barry
far
and
as
Wally.
they go, they're the ones that are always up against the worst villains, the worst situations.
Yeah.
And it's always one of them or two of them.
Right.
So having those two be the last two standing when everything else goes bad, I thought was nice. That was a nice little homage to the previous seasons.
Barry and Wally.
Not Barry Waller. Barry and Oliver.
Oliver. Yeah. No, I thought that was cool too. It's like it helped remind us. Okay, it started with these guys basically.
Yeah.
In some form of
and
fashion.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh, it was cool, and it was cool to see Oliver even in the Edward Thawne's secret room and shit. Like
right?
looking at
it's
that.
like finally.
Yeah,
I mean, because he's been in Star Labs how many times, and they haven't shown him.
True.
But that's a different timeline, so yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
The one thing they did with Arrow that I really enjoyed, and it's really short, him running out of arrows. Because that happened in the animated series before, animated short, and in the previous season when he's fighting against the Archer. He's like, I studied you. You've got this amount of arrows. You don't have any more. And it's like, oh wow.
I did think,
where'd the darts go?
So I will. One thing that did annoy me a lot was the fact that Barry fucking just straight took Oliver and Diggle out of that combat situation. They were fighting whoever one of the minor bads are in Arrow right now. The Punisher-ish whatever guy. Yeah. I was like,
he's actually from the books too.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're not gonna like. I would have rather them have. Because they
knocked him out and put him in jail or done something,
or
and then
something like that. Like because I think they did that same shit last year when Barry ran through in Damien Dark.
Savage?
No, it was Damien Dark at the time.
Yeah, he did help with.
But Damien Dark was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Wait, what? Like you're just gonna leave the bad guy there? Like how many times did they just leave the Arrow bad guys like just walking around
like
and
in
shit?"
The comic books.
Really annoying. That was my only big deal, especially if you're watching Arrow. Like you're just like this guy is one of the guys that really needs to be stopped before he gets out of hand. So
we could hope that when Arrow starts, that's one thing that happens. Barry goes, catches the guy and throws him in jail, or catches him for Arrow and they put him in jail, and then the story starts. That's just like wishful thinking.
Oh, we just didn't see it, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a Flash focused episode or something like that. So maybe.
But I do understand what you mean. It's interesting how they played that character, because they didn't go the route of him doing the right thing first and then turning back. Because the Vigilante starts off almost like Punisher. He's a lawyer. His family gets killed, mob gets away with it, He's like, screw this. So he goes and starts taking it back to them. They didn't go that route. They was like, yeah, he's just killing people.
Okay. Weird. All right, let's move on. Yeah, it's a big, exciting conversation today. Yeah. Let's move on to the question of the video.
Where was Savitar? Like, no joke. You got all this going on. You got villains, aliens going on, right? You've got Alchemy and Salvatore.
Where were they? Because not even right now. They were like, "Oh shit, aliens! We gotta chill for a bit." It's okay.
But Salvatore's like, "I'm the god of speed. I can take care of them."
Nah, but it's no need to. Like that's yeah. It's funny to say that, but we could probably make this one a little more Flashpoint focused and such. Should we make the question? I guess overall, what do you guys think about the big Flashpoint reveal to everybody? Like, are you kind of getting tired of this shit? Because I know that's basically the theme of this season is Barry's repercussions for Flashpoint and such. And I think even next episode they're taking a break from main Flashpoint. I think next episode is main episode is going to be with Earth 3 instead. I think. I just saw some sort of promo.
Wait. Why?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. But it's just
Jay Garrick is there somewhere?
Yeah. It's Earth 3 with Jay Garrick and the Trickster, Mark Hamill. Like, what? Yeah. So
for those who may not know, I didn't see that promo.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's the actual.
That's awesome.
But I just saw it on Facebook of something that shows up. Like I think it's in next week's, because every time a Flash episode ends, you start seeing promos for the next one or whatever. And so I think that's going to be the next episode, which means something might happen. But I don't know. I think there's only 2 more episodes.
Until the season break.
Yeah. What did we decide last week? It was, I think
I think there's one more episode.
And that's it.
And then that's it till next year.
Right, so I don't want them to end the season finale on us in the mid-season. Yeah, the mid-season finale, but we'll see. I mean,
unless it's starting off Infinite Crisis, then I'm okay with that.
You think Savitar might show up and be like, "What the fuck is this?" And
like, who's Jake?
Yeah. So I guess that's the main thing, because I think that's the biggest takeaway I got from the aliens. Like the aliens. It's a fairly good way to do the crossover, I think, because it gives everybody a common. It really reminds me of
common enemy.
Well, just the political,
the
political atmosphere of how the way the world works, anyways. Because I've always said that if suddenly we had this big bad come to planet Earth, our planet Earth.
All racism.
All racism, all like it reminds me of the terrorist attacks of 9/11. Is once that happened, everybody suddenly became American. There wasn't a white, black, Hispanic anymore. Everybody just became American for like 2 months.
And it's one of those things where tragedy unfortunately brings people together.
Correct. A common place to direct your hate. But I like how they kind of brought Flashpoint in a little bit. I didn't really like the fact that Cisco was becoming the whiny style, but I really felt for Diggle in this. I mean, that was the biggest one.
I felt bad for everybody, but I felt the worst for Diggle because, that's dealing with a child.
For me,
even then, it doesn't have to be Barry's fault, but just the idea of knowing that he could have had another child,
but
or
he
lost
still.
a child.
But here's the.
It's sad.
No, here's the sort of dilemma, or the way you look at it, is he still has a child. It's not like the child died. It's just that it's swapped. No, I look at it like, okay, he had
logically that makes sense, but emotionally, no. Emotionally, it's like I lost a child. It's apparent.
Okay, but
you feel like there's something missing.
But at the same time, what was the name of the baby?
Sarah.
Sarah's still alive, so that kind of counts.
Sarah's been brought back to life.
It's kind of like.
So don't get me wrong. I understand what you mean.
Right.
But from his point of view, he's like, I feel like something's been taken from me, even if I didn't know it existed, because it dealt with me. Mainly because it's a timeline change. Now, he has a son now, and I'm glad that he has at least a child.
Right, because if he didn't have a child at all, then I'd feel a little
Then
worse.
That'd be horrible.
Right.
So that's just like straight up killing. And I'm glad they didn't do that. They went a different route. But you feel bad for him because it's like there's something missing. Like before he knew, didn't matter. Now that he knows, it's like that lingering feeling that'll be there. That's what's been playing.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it, and maybe that'll show up. They'll address that situation tomorrow as well.
Maybe I'm hoping that
would be fucking crazy. Actually,
it's one of those things where they slowly move past it, and it's not a focus. One, because I don't think it should be the main focus of the Arrow story, but I do understand how it will cause conflict with Diggle, because that conflict that he showed, the same conflict he showed towards Oliver when he felt like he couldn't trust him in the previous season.
True.
And that's hard. That's really hard because Barry's one of the most trusted characters.
True.
Given he keeps messing up.
It all goes back to that horrible Arrow season 4. Oh God. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a long one, I know, but it was a very big episode.
There's a question for your next video for Arrow. What was worse, season 4 or Flashpoint?
We already know that answer. We already know. No, I'm entertained on Flashpoint. Arrow was just fucking horrible writing though. Oh gosh. Oliver. Okay, guys. Hey, by the way, this weekend we're gonna be at Tokyo Comic Con.
Yes, Tokyo Comic Con is starting December 2nd to the 4th. I'll be there doing a lot of the hosting and things for at least all of the English content and so forth. You can find me on the floor. I'll be walking around interviewing people, booths and things.
If you're coming, leave a link, comment below if you're coming. I'll be there probably on Sunday. I'll try to go by on, what time does it finish on Saturdays and such?
Saturday finishes at 7, Sunday finishes at 6.
Alright, so maybe I'll be there on Friday, but definitely on Sunday. I reserved some time just for you guys. I'm going to try and meet Stan Lee, and we're going to complain about comics together. True believers.
That's going to be brutal.
Oh shit, we should try and get him on the couch.
That'd be cool.
And Hawkeye's gonna be there too, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
He's not interviewing.
He's
got
other things. He's a little busy. Okay, so we can. I prefer getting Stan the Man here, anyways. It's all good. Anybody else that people would be interested to see?
There's a list, but unfortunately, I can't say anything yet.
Oh, really? This late in the game, like we had no announcement. So they're gonna be guests.
There'll be other people there.
Really?
So really. Put it this way: there'll be something there for everybody.
Kevin Conroy.
That one, unfortunately, NDA or not, I might have to slip and say something. No, there's a list of people that are coming, but it will be posted, if I'm not mistaken, by tomorrow night.
Grant Gustin.
That'd be awesome.
You could get her in a flash. Candace Patton.
That'd be great.
I know.
I would like to interview her, though. That'd be cool.
I, too, would like to interview her. Get to know her. All right, we're out, guys. Peace.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.